welcome back. We are here for round 3. We're gonna mulligan. We're gonna keep this one. That one is a keeper. But this is not soccer. Excuse me. Alright, we passed a couple of good black cards, I guess. Anti-logger. Anti-logger on turn 2 is a pretty big game, I'd say. Although our opponent can very easily have something to do. Yeah. That's the thing. Play Weirding Wood. I could play Gloom Widow. I could just crack Warped Landscape. I think I'm just gonna play Gloom Widow. No attacks though. That ain't me. So Bloodman Vampire, alright. That one's worth looking at in a how do I get that one dead sort of way. I like playing Weirding Wood now. I can play Lightning Axe if I need to. Discarding Reckless Scholar, which is less good than I'd like. I could also just trade with the Bloodman Vampire, I suppose. Gosh, Moto's interface is so awkward for doing stuff like activating man lands and putting Weirding Wood on things. Yeah, I think we just block it if our opponent attacks. Because, like, yeah. Let's get that out of the way. Spiteful Motives. Alright, I think that's worth Lightning Axing. Then we get to keep our Hinterland Logger even. Sweet. Yes, that's fine. Gosh. I see you are completely tapped out and have no cards in hand. Would you like to try and do something anyway? I think I just attack. Sleep paralysis is not something I care about over much with regards to the Sanguinary Mage anyway. Like if my opponent plays something bigger, I want to be able to kill that for sure. Sorry. Just realized that my microphone was turned around. Alright, another Blood Mad Vampire, you got it. Ooh. Alright. So we're going to sacrifice this. Getting... guess a mountain. Doesn't really matter at this point. Double sleep paralysis. Alright, bright side, my opponent does not have that many cards in hand anymore. Having both Just the Wind and Sleep Paralysis makes me feel a lot better about making these attacks. And making the aggressive, like, get your Blood Mad Vampire play. Sure. I could hit the Vampire Noble too. Would be hilarious. No blocks. Our opponent could have stupid Twins of Mara State though. We did see that at one point. I don't think I attack. Okay, so no Twins of Mara State as of yet. But that seems like something that you would do in a vampire deck, right? Play vampires? Yeah, sounds about right. Well, darn duelist. Sure. That's not, like, super worrisome either. My opponent attacks with a couple of creatures. That's fine. Sure. Ooh, puppy. I wonder what this pause is for. Maybe my opponent has a murderous compulsion. Or maybe they have a chump block? Okay. Works for me. I'll play Quilled Wolf. And leave up Just the Wind. Not going to block. Alright, casting Dire Swine. I can dig it. Yeah. We'll just get it going. Yep. Resolves. Or damage happens. And we did that because we were going to play Dire Swine anyway. And if our opponent trades off their board, that's fine. That's what we want when we are playing the Dire Swine. Lamplighter is kind of sweet. I think we actually signed that in for Gloom Widow. Because this card can block and Gloom Widow cannot. So we're gonna do that. Although that could be a mistake. That's entirely possible. On the draw, I think I keep this. If my opponent has a particularly aggressive start with like a bunch of 4/1s, then this Just the Wind will do just fine. Or, you know, not terribly. Sanguinary Mage is not super threatening right now. Drew a 2-drop, which is fine. I really shouldn't begrudge drawing 2-drops, but I really need a land. It's just really bad. Don't kill. No kill right now. Oh, okay. Alright, well, I guess I'll play that card. And I'll take 3 from your Breakneck Rider, friend. Like to draw land, please. Alright, had it the entire time. Weirding Wood, my forest. So I can cast, like, ooh, Lightning Axe with just the wind attached to it? Yes, please. Alright. Ember Eye Wolf. I think I just block the Ember Eye Wolf with Quilled Wolf. Because my opponent then has to pay mana for it. I think that's reasonable. Ooh, double just the wind. Okay. And I think I just activate this clue. Yeah, I won't exile Quilled Wolf just yet. Alright, we're taking 1. I'm getting there. I like playing Niblis of Dusk and holding up just the wind. That's fun. Okay. My opponent has a Vampire Noble and 1 unknown in hand. How likely is it to be, spiteful motives? It's a good question. I should ask myself. Interesting. I think I just let this happen. Because I can exile Quilled Wolf. Yep, that resolves. Alright, so it was an insolent neonate. Get Quilled Wolf out of there. We're just gonna play a big guy. And Nibbles of the Dusk can trade with Vampire Noble, so it's probably what's going to end up happening. Which is unfortunate, because we've got like a couple of tricks, but when our top end costs 6, it's kind of hard to do anything else. No attacks. Perfect. So now we're gonna start investigating. Ooh, good. More lands. Just what I wanted. I forgot that ongoing investigation drew you cards, basically. Until just now. Markov Dread Knight. Okie doke. I think I just doing that. Next turn though. I think I untap and then just the wind it. I think I take this 1 damage. Oh, a land. Sleep paralysis. That's also a good card. I think I just the wind this. Oh. I'm going to draw a card. Oh, boy, just so many lands. This is ridiculous. Yep. Means we're really easily holding up things like aim high. I think we just take this again. Oh, okay, Lamplighter of Selhoff. That's a card that we put in our deck. I think I'd rather just attack with my Niblis. For now, anyway. Niblis is going the distance. Dang. And it's so cute, too. I need, like... It's probably just one of my looters, and Mad Prophet at this point is probably just better than Reckless Scholar. Avacyn's Judgment, you say? Okay. It's got 2 damage marked on it. Which isn't great, admittedly. But if our opponent decides to attack with Insolent Neonate, well, I guess that is something that we can deal with. No attacks at all? Air, alright. I feel like they probably should have cast Air and then Absence Judgment. Awkwardly, I think I welcome to the fold this now. And then I'm gonna play Thornhide Wolves? Sure, Thornhide Wolves. Yeah, because if they had played the Air and discarded the Judgment, like, I guess it wouldn't have changed a lot. Ooh. And I can discard a land to make it 3 land types. Alright, well, let's see what I draw. Ooh, Pack Guardian. That's a card worth holding up. And not discarding this other forest for. My opponent's pretty close to just having to attack. Or maybe not having to attack, but, you know, being priced into attacking because they're not winning otherwise. Yeah, our deck's got a lot of sweet cards in it. This is one of my favorite cards in the set, so it's nice to have. This card is fun. For example, Heir to the Night, fun. Promise. Alright, my opponent came out of the tank and conceded. Fair. Ooh, I was gonna draw Stitchwing Scab too. Alright, so the deck was cool. Our opponent's deck last round was pretty good and also kind of hard for this deck to beat. Had a bunch of flyers and stuff. And also we didn't draw particularly well. But overall, I feel like decks like this, even though they've got a lot of sweet cards in them, are kind of underpowered. So that's interesting. That's something that worth exploring, I think, is why I feel like this deck in particular is underpowered. Anyway, thank you for watching, and come back tomorrow for another draft video, probably depending on how dead I am from, again, foot hurts, so we'll see how it goes. And don't forget to take Magic one draft at a time. See you next time.